Guys, Movie Fan 356 here, continuing Halloween Horror Month 2014. I'm so excited for this month. I love doing horror reviews all month long. It's fun, it's fascinating, and I have a lot of fun doing it, and hopefully you guys have a lot of fun watching it. This next one I'm going to be talking about may not be very well known. Um, I couldn't even find like a really good thumbnail for this movie. I mean, I think I found a decent one, but um, it's not the really the one I was looking for. I would like to get Anyway, the film we're talking about today is Ghostquake, and a lot of people might think in their head once I start explaining what this film is, oh, I think I've seen that movie before. Uh, and it was originally called Haunted High, and it was made for Sci-Fi back in 2012, but the DVD just came out earlier this year. Um, so Ghostquake, formerly known as Haunted High, was made for the Sci-Fi Channel. It's directed by Jeffrey Scott Lando, and it's starring Danny Trejo, uh, MC Gainey, Charisma Carpenter, and of course a guy that we all know and love here on YouTube, Sean C. Phillips, Cool Duder, is in this movie as well. Now, basically, the plot of Ghostquake slash Haunted High is basically it's about these group of kids. They're kind of stuck in school. After an earthquake opens up a time capsule from the 1950s and brings out these ghosts and this demon-like creature, and they're basically trapped in there. They have to figure out, well, how do we stop them? How can we get them back in and be able to get the hell out of this place? Now, what I think about Ghostquake is I actually really enjoy this movie, and I'm not just saying because a good friend of mine is in this movie. Okay. I might be a little biased, but actually, I think it's a really, really good flick. Now, is it one of the top 10 best horror movies of all times? No, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a great little film, and I mean, you could tell it's a low budget film. So if you guys like these kind of movies, this one is one of the better ones. It really is. Um, Danny Trejo's in it, for goodness sake, and Cool Duder Sean Phillips is in the movie more than Danny Trejo is. Cool Duder has more screen time than Danny Trejo. Can you believe that? And that's the one thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about the acting first. The acting of this film is a low budget film. You can tell they were trying, and for the most part, the acting's decent. It's good. For the most part, the acting is good. Um, there are a couple spots where um, it gets a little bit overdone, but it only lasts for like a minute and then it's gone. So it's not the acting's not horrible at all, at least in my opinion. I think it's a really well acted film. It's got a creepy vibe to it, so the visuals are stunning when it comes to kind of giving you the heebie-jeebies. As that's going to be a recurring thing. I'm just going to call them the heebie-jeebies all month long. And let's talk about Danny Trejo in the film. Danny Trejo is playing like this janitor, but he knows something, and we know he knows something, but we don't know exactly what he knows just right off the bat. And it's Danny Trejo. He's gonna kick ass in the movie. Let's talk about Charisma Carpenter, who you guys might know from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. She played Cordelia. She's in this movie, but she wasn't in the movie as much as I thought she was gonna be. Because I seen her in the poster and the cover and all that, and she's even on the back right here. But she's not in the movie all that much, so that was a little meh. I wish there was a little bit more Charisma Carpenter on here, and yeah. Sean Phillips, Cool Duder. I'm going to talk about his acting. Not gonna lie to you. I don't know every single actor's name in here. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm just gonna try to wing it. MC Gainey. Before we talk about Cool Duder, Sean Phillips, MC Gainey is very, very good at being weird and creepy and doing the job that his character was like that though. So he gave off a great performance with his character. I mean, he shined in this movie. To me, I think MC Gainey is the highest point of the movie. Now let's talk about Sean Phillips, Cool Duder. Um, he's playing, he's basically playing him an over exaggerated version of himself. Um, he's very into movies, and in the movie, he does mention that he's kind of a big movie collector because he's talking about, oh, I have this on DVD, and I have this, and I have season one of whatever it was. I don't remember what it was, but he's like, I have season one. If you can borrow it if you want, and there's this one little line that Cool Dude Sean Phillips gives off in the film where he's trying to hit on this girl, and we find out that she's into chicks, and Sean Phillips comes up with the best comeback to that after she says, I'm into chicks, and I swear to God, if the opportunity ever presents itself, I'm going to use this. He goes, well, have you ever seen Chasing Amy? She changed. Right? I mean, oh my god. That's the thing. Another thing. The comedy. The comedy in this film is not overdone. It's put in when it needs to be done. It feels like these are all high school students. You got a couple. You got the popular kids. You got the musicians. You got the nerdy kid. You got the bad boy who's got expelled and suspended so many times, and you got the average guy who's kind of nervous, but he likes this one chick, and he doesn't really want to. He's nervous about telling her and stuff like that, and so you got pretty much every kind of high school cliche in here. So that's cool. But overall, guys, like I said, I really enjoyed this film. It's one of the smaller budget films that I think it's one of the best of the low budget horror films. It's definitely up there. It's a really good film. Danny Trejo is a badass. I really like his character. Yeah, guys. I mean, I think that's all I can say. Overall, Ghostquake, Haunted High, whatever you want to call this movie, I'm gonna give this movie. I'm actually going to give this one an A minus. An A minus, and the only reason it gets an A minus instead of a solid A, is because of the fact that in a couple moments, a couple of the characters, a couple of the actors acting is a little bit over the top. But it's only there for a couple minutes. There's really no boring parts. I mean, it explains everything well. The scare factor's there for a low budget film. I mean, it's pretty creepy. Yeah. So overall, guys, like I said, that's probably why it gets an A minus. I still highly enjoy it. So guys, if you guys have not seen Haunted High or Ghostquake, go check this out. I don't know when it's going to air on Sci-Fi next. I'm assuming sometime this month. But if it's not, then definitely go check it out on Amazon, which is where I had to get mine from. I have a whole hoarding up video of the day that it was released on DVD. But yeah, this is where I got mine. So go check it out on Amazon. It's really not that expensive on there. You can get it really cheap. So check out Ghostquake. A minus for me. And if you guys have seen Ghostquake, what do you guys think of it? What are your what is your favorite character in the film? And yeah, that's all I can say for today. I'll see you guys in the next video.